Hey folks, it's a man once again. This is that vlog I promised you guys about. And basically, what have I been doing for the past month? Of course, I did make a video. Just want to thank everyone not only for the kind comments on the video before where I was, the hiatus. Very nice comments, but thank you for all the welcome backs. It's very kind of you to do so. You didn't have to, but it's very kind of you, so thank you. Not saying I'm going to be like back with like 2, 3, 4 videos a week and stuff, but slowly getting back into it. Of course, last video before this one, I talked about those gremlin-looking motherfucking trolls called the new Ninja Turtles. They have noses. Mighty and Raph have noses that look like fucking apes. Like Caesar fucked them and gave them a disease that made their nose, Mighty and Raph's nose stretch out to primate stage. And fucking DSL lips, ready to suck my dick. But I did that video. But what I've been doing for the past month, to be honest, I haven't been watching a lot of movies. I really haven't. I've sort of been burned out on movies. So I've been watching a lot of wrestling. Um, in fact, if you don't believe me, and this is not a plug, I'm telling you, on my Amazon wish list, this is not a plug like, you must buy me this. No, no. I'm only saying this to prove that I'm sort of getting into the old, back in the old day wrestling. There's the Royal Rumble anthology, Volume 1, Volume 2. There's the WrestleMania anthology from like 85 2006. There's like SummerSlam and Survivor Series anthology, Volume 1, Volume 2, Best of Saturday Night Main Event. I really want to check those stuff out because I've been watching wrestling and especially the older ones on YouTube, mainly on YouTube, and I've been really getting into the older stuff. Because back in the day, I will admit, with wrestling, I only saw stuff like Hulk Hogan. So it's when I was like, I'm a wrestling fan because I like Hulk Hogan. When really not. But as I grew older, I watched this stuff. And like, I appreciate what these older guys did and the atmosphere and the stuff that I missed. I think that's why I want to collect all this stuff, like the anthologies for Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, and that'll be a long time before I do those because those are expensive. Not tired. I mean, some of them are like 30 some bucks, but I did get a couple stuff, so I don't have any money right now for that. But the only reason I mention that is that in case you guys are interested on picking one up for yourself, uh, like Royal Rumble Anthology 1, they're like 30 bucks if you guys like that kind of stuff. Like the best Saturday Night Main Event is like 10 bucks on Amazon. So if you guys are really into wrestling, who knows when the prices will go higher. So definitely check those out if you're interested in picking one up for yourself. Because looking back on this old school wrestling, just like wow, this is actually, we know wrestling's fake, but it's some fun stuff, fun stories and characters. Not like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, and people like that only lasted for a little bit, like Rick the Model Martel, the Mountie, Repo Man, Tonka, that stuff. So I've been watching a lot of older stuff as well as like old like clips and stuff and matches, and then I watched some of the newer stuff. And my God, there's a reason why I honestly last time I watched wrestling was maybe 10 years ago, literally 10 years ago. And it looks like I didn't miss much because the past 10 years has been fucking John Cena and Randy Orton. Um, and there's some guys on there like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, which I heard CM Punk quit. I don't blame him because he's like, fuck this. Fuck the WWE. They ain't using me. Fuck them. I don't blame him. The Royal Rumble 2014, they had that shit on YouTube. I'm like, wow, this really sucks. Daniel Bryan, a guy who can wrestle, don't put him in the actual Royal Rumble when everyone's chanting, yes, yes, yes. And then it's like, nope, he's not going to be in the Royal Rumble at all. Haha, fuck you, audience. And the audience is booing and booing and booing some more. And then Batista, who came back like a week ago, he came back because he's got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out from Marvel. And he got the win. He's going to go to WrestleMania. I know WrestleMania 29, John Cena beat The Rock. I'm like, what? I fucking hate John Cena. I I never liked him when 10 years ago when the fuck it was. I'm like, fuck this Vanilla Ice wannabe Marky Mark and this Funky Bunch motherfucker. Never liked his ass. You can't see me. Yeah, because you're invisible. You, yeah, I can't see you because there's nothing there. And I'm watching this shit, and I'm watching like a couple of his matches and shit. I'm like, this guy can't cut a promo on a microphone. He can't take a bump. He can't fucking wrestle. His wrestling moves suck ass. This sucks ass. His Fruity Pebble shit, doing Fruity Pebble commercials, starring in Scooby Doo animated movies, and every week I watch like he got these like neon shirts that a blind man would fucking have a stroke having because little kids and like there's a commercial he has Team Fruity and weirdly enough in the same commercial there's a black guy basketball player that's Team Coco. They got profile and racism still around. The black guy is Team Coco. Thank God profile is still around. Jesus Christ. And this new shit, I mean, CM Punk didn't get used. Daniel Bryan's and he quit. CM Punk. Some people say it might not be true. It might not. I wouldn't blame them. They fuck him over. Daniel Bryan looks like he can. People like him, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing with him. They have a T-shirt where it's a flying goat and a cab with a fucking beard on it. Who the fuck would wear that shit? Um, in the Royal Rumble, John Cena versus Randy Orton. And everyone always says, Cena sucks, Cena sucks. It's not just a bandwagon. The guy sucks. He has no personality. He does this stupid shit with he's, I'm sure, don't keep doing this. You're not in the fucking military. Yeah, you're in a movie called The Marine. That sucked. Sucked ass. Okay, you're not a military guy. Stop doing it. Only guy who can do that maybe Sergeant Slaughter. You're not fucking Sergeant Slaughter, motherfucker. John Wiener. That fucking Triple H as your Nipple H as your butt boy. And like Triple H and the fucking Stephanie girl, like these authority figures. What the fuck is this? No wonder Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't want to fucking come back. Oh, I've been listening a lot of. He has a podcast. Stone Cold Steve Austin has an awesome podcast. I've been listening to a lot of his podcasts. That's another thing I've been doing. He has a great podcast. He has like two shows, one on Tuesday and then one on Thursday. And like he interviewed Roddy Piper. He interviewed Ric Flair. He interviewed Knobs from the Nasty Boys. I'm like, God, I remember the Nasty Boys. Bret Hardy interviewed Shawn Michaels, Dusty Rhodes, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. Um, he interviewed a lot of people. Gabriel Iglesias just recently. I mean, he's interviewed a lot of people and really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. So I've been watching his stuff, um, his podcast. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of stuff and fucking John Cena, man. I'm like this guy. He's fucking always winning, never losing unless it's a dirty loss, like someone cheats and then he loses. And I'm like, fuck, all these people, man. Wow. Of course, I'm like, who the fuck is Dolph Ziggler? The only Dolph I know is Dolph Lundgren. It's the only Dolph that cares in I care in my book. But watching this new shit, like this Royal Rumble shit, fucking John Cena, Randy Orton's shitty match, and the Royal Rumble. You have this midget come out, fucking doing all this crazy, doing this shit, this midget shit. Ooh, Kevin Nash comes back. Like, whatever. No really surprises. No Jake the Snake Roberts. No Stone Cold Steve Austin. No Rock. No. Um, the Rock probably says, fuck this. Because this fucking WWE shit today, I'm not calling it WWE. I hate calling it WWE. That's one thing. Because Wildlife Foundation got pissed and said, "You can't call it WWF anymore. We gotta call it WWE." Fuck it. It's WWF. That's all I'm gonna think about is WWF. Maybe nowadays it's WWE, because the WWF is long gone in a good way. I mean, last time I saw it was the Stone Cold era, which I'll get to, The Rock and stuff. But this shit, fuck me. It's PG. Yeah, it's a PG era, and they got the fucking Muppets. There's an episode with the fucking Muppets. The Muppets. Is that what you're watching? I know there's shit in the 80s and stuff, but the fucking Muppets, man, in this day and age? And the Three Stooges, like that Three Stooges movie came out, you had the Three Stooges on there? The actors who was in playing the Three Stooges in 2011. I'm like, Jesus Christ. No wonder fucking. And Kane, I remember Kane when he was like a monster with this mask and all red. I've been on so fucking long. He's in a fucking suit now? Kane, he's in a fucking suit? And a tie and shit? Kane was like, he had a beard and a fucking mask last time I checked, and he had a red. When the fuck did that change? He's in a goddamn suit like a pansy boy. Wait, got cookie puss in his pants. What the fuck happened to Kane? Now he's a fucking suit guy? I mean, and Triple H is now the leader of the WWE. And I'm like, man, I really missed out. No, actually, I didn't miss out on it. It's a fucking John Cena. Like, oh, you can't see me. Can you see my dick in your face? I know everyone hates me. Oh, I'm better than you. He didn't say that with me. And, and also glorifying the Make a Wish and the troops thing. And what I mean by that is, okay, it's fine that he's doing charities, but so do a lot of people. They just gallivate these kids in the fucking ring, and it's like, hey, look, see, I do charity. You should like me now. You can't say seen as such because this kid has half a heart. I'm like, wow, low blow, fucking company and fucking John Cena. Like all these other people do charities. They're not. Hey, look, I did charity. Look at this kid. I gave him a wish. I'm like, wow, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker, man. John Cena is the worst fucking guy I have ever seen in the wrestling ever. And that's why I want to fucking get that stuff on my wish list. The old SummerSlam anthologies and Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias and Survivor Series. At least Volume 1, Volume 2, you like those. Older ones, so I could go back and look at those. You know? That's why I want to get those one day, so I can look back on this horse shit of today. This new Royal Rumble with fucking sucked assholes. But anyway, I've been watching a lot of that stuff. That's really what it's been. I've been watching a lot of wrestling documentaries on YouTube before they get taken down because of the WWE network, which is pretty much Netflix for wrestling, which I'm not getting. I mean, it was $10 a month, but you got a 6-month commitment, so it's $60. I'm like, no, I want to own something. Hence why I one day want to get those Royal Rumbles and WrestleManias, and it's a shitload of money, so it'll probably take me years to do, but that's why I want to get that stuff, man. Because I want it physically there. I want to buy it and own it, not rent it. That's what you do when you do that. You rent it. You're not buying it. I want to own it and buy it, not rent the shit. So I watch a lot of documentaries before they get taken down so they can be on the fucking WWE network. So I saw this one that was called 50 Greatest Superstars of All Time. What a joke. Hulk Hogan, I know he's done some stupid shit, a lot of stupid shit, but the guy's number 23 in the 50 greatest superstars of all time. Number 23, not even a top 10 candidate. I mean, Shawn Michaels is number one. I've never been much of a fan of Shawn Michaels. I'm sorry. To me, he's not the greatest superstar of all time. I guess that list was based on what other uh, wrestlers at that time thought of it, who they think is the 50 greatest. I mean, Rey Mysterio is number 9. I mean, I've seen some of that guy. I don't mind him, but number 9? Above Hulk Hogan? I don't really buy that. Batista, he should not be on the fucking list, and some of these other people shouldn't be on the fucking list. Ultimate Warrior's not on the list. Bam Bam Bigelow isn't on the list, as far as I remember. I don't think Big Bossman on the list. I don't think so. I don't remember. I know Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. I remember Razor Ramon. He's not on that list. Um, Wish they did a Razor Ramon DVD and have his matches and stuff. That'd be cool. Razor Ramon DVD. Never happened. I think that's why I want to watch the older stuff. I mean, I guess I could watch some on YouTube. I mean, before they get taken down because of WWE Network. That's why I've been watching a lot of them, because like before the WWE Network gets on, they'll take all the wrestling shit off YouTube. Again, that's why I want to get that stuff on my wish list. But I've been watching that 50 greats. That list was bullshit. I think Roddy Piper got number 10. I put him higher, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, I think, got number 3. I think The Rock was number. I forget who was number 2. I know Undertaker, Bret Hart, The Rock, they were in around that area. I want to say Undertaker at number 2 or something like that. I can't remember, but whatever. There's some shit on them, like, really. Like, some wrestlers, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Go all day on it. Let's see. I saw one called The 50 Oh My God Moments. That was fun. Saw the documentary, CM Punk, Best in the World. Pretty good. Pretty truthful. Not really bullshit advertising. I thought it was pretty good. I thought CM Punk documentary I saw on YouTube. I don't own it. I saw it. I thought it was pretty good. I saw one on Dusty Rhodes. Thought that was okay. Something from '85 called I Hurt People. Like wrestling back then. It was like shit. Um, saw like an hour long thing on Brock Lesnar. Guy's a beast. He was actually went to UFC and actually won like a championship. So I'm like, wow, this guy's pretty real deal. Beyond the Mat, I saw. Um, really knows how Jake the Snake Roberts' life. They literally stole that to put in The Wrestler with Mickey Ward. They really, I do see a lot of The Wrestler and Jake the Snake Roberts. I really can. There was one called 50 Years of WWE, which was pretty lame. Because, like, Hulk Hogan seemed. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a lot of stuff they just kind of flimsy flame through. I mean, this is 50 years of the history of the WWF. Fuck, I'll say WWF. And it just didn't seem like much at all. There's one called Wrestling with Shadows, which is about the Montreal screw job with Bret Hart and Vince McMahon. And that's one I remember hearing about. And interesting one. That's definitely one to check out. There's like an hour long one on the Attitude Era. There was one on the NWO that was an hour. Something called Forever Hardcore ECW. There was one on the Road Warriors, how they went up and went down. So I've been watching a lot of wrestling and some stuff here. I did watch a couple movies. I'm not saying I watched 0 movies. Like real quick, I did finish watching the first season of this. Um, it grew on me a bit. Like I sad to say, these look better designs than the fucking gremlin looking goblin from fucking Labyrinth motherfuckers who should get their mouths sewn shut, human centipede style. This looks better designed. Sad to say, most of the voices don't bother me. There's some decent action and some decent character moments. 2003 show is much better, but yeah, this grew on me. I will admit. Someone had sent me this long ago. I finally watched them. Fist of Fury. I finally watched that. Um, Although to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I do like the 2 action scenes. The one where he's all the students around and kicks everyone's ass and uses nunchucks. And then also at the end, the action scene at the end when he has a fight with the guy with the suspenders and there's another kicks their ass. But a lot of it I didn't really care for story wise, and I didn't care for the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid ending. And the feature's alright. I mean, you do have a commentary track with Bay Logan. These other features, I mean, you interview with lead Larry Nora Mao, interview with lead villain Riki Hashimoto, interview with Jun Katsumura, Fist of Fury location guy with Bay Logan, interview with the world's #1 Jeet Kune Do instructor, interview with acclaimed action director Jeff Amada, interview with Bruce Lee confidant Joe Terranueva. Um, it's not like you get like one big documentary, but this is still a great thing to get as a gift. And this was a long time ago I got this. I just got around to watching it recently. This is a great gift because this is the best DVD you can get on this, and the film looks great too, widescreen, and it's a great gift. Yes, someone was mentioning, well, it's not technically, you don't technically have all the Bruce Lee, because the stuff that you did as a kid. No, the only Bruce Lee films I care about are the films where he was the star, like actual star. So, thanks to you guys, and I do have the Bruce Lee films. I have Enter the Dragon, Game of Death, which is here, Fist of Fury, um, oh my god, Way of the Dragon, and the bid the the bid boss. Don't say the bid brawl. That's Jackie Chan. The bid boss. The bid boss and Way of the Dragon, Into the Dragon I like. Fist of Fury. Other than those two, actually not so much. This one, I still think this movie is a piece of shit. It's a piece of shit movie. The only thing worth a damn is the actual Bruce Lee footage at the end. And for that, in this day and age, you can just go have Into the Dragon 2 disc and watch the Warrior's Journey. You see all that footage. That's all you need. So, the features, I was hoping to get more of the backstory. I mean, you get, like, this exclusive documentary of Bruce Lee and the Game of Death phenomenon. It didn't really seem much of a documentary. It was really like text. But you do your commentary with Bay Logan, which for Bay Logan, this is like a guilty pleasure for him. So it's not like he's hating on it and stuff. But I don't know. It just you do get some good info on it though. Info on the film, I will admit. But the film itself, man, it is a. I mean, it is a creepy thing when the whole story is a movie star who fakes his death, and how he fakes his death is creepy because he's on a movie set and a guy has a gun that's supposed to be blanks and it shoots and it kills the guy. Kind of like Brandon Lee, where there's a blank gun and it shoots and it kills the guy. Only, of course, that was supposed to be a real bullet assassin and didn't die. And in this Brandon Lee's case, it was the opposite. So oh, just showing Bruce Lee's real funeral, fucking how it's blatant that you could tell in a lot of scenes that's not even Bruce Lee's fucking face. There's one shot where they actually the Bruce Lee characters looking in the mirror and they literally put like a mock up of Bruce Lee's face right there, and like you see the body move and the things just keep it. I'm like, oh my god! And then there's like he has a girlfriend and she like disappears in the last half hour of the movie. So last time we see her, she like escapes and there's motorcycles running around, and then all of a sudden the girl just disappears. We never see her again. I just fuck. And I did finally get to see this movie. I do like the film because I think it's an interesting idea where it's a guy who records sounds for movies and he hears a car crash, but he realizes something's going on, like there's a murder involved. John Travolta, Nancy Allen, John Lithgow, Dennis Franz, written and directed by Brian De Palma. My only problem with this film is it's when you think about it, it's a depressing ending. It's a depressing movie. Because I'll spoil it. Nancy Allen dies. Granted, he kills John Lithgow, but the evidence that he had got destroyed. So he's not able to give the evidence over to let people know that there was a murder, like, intrigue going on. And Nancy Allen dies, so he accomplishes nothing. and Nancy Allen dies in the process. So it's pretty fucking depressing. Um, I did see this that was also sent to me, Children of Men. I saw this before. Um, Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, directed by Alfonso Cuarón, who did Gravity. Um, I mean, I like Gravity more than this. I like the film okay. It's well directed. Has some good scenes where shots are in like one, like this scene here, where this woman, it's like people can't get pregnant, find out that a girl's pregnant, but they know that people don't use her for power, so Clive Owen has to take her from point A to point B, and who to trust, things like that. And the girl he's holding on to is trying to lead them to a boat, and then chaos ensues. He has to go find the girl who's pregnant, and he's helping this girl along, and the whole sequence is like in one shot. And how they did this, I'm like, wow. She's like, everything's tentacle, things exploding, going up, down, and up the stairs and stuff. Anyway, if you see the film for yourself, it's worth a look. Well acted, well shot. Has an ending where it's like, the hero dies, but he died a noble cause. One of those endings. But, you know. You also had Chiroto Ejiofor, guy who's in Red Belt and 2012. I like this actor. Not a bad film at all. It's well directed, well acted, well done movie. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of wrestling. So I've been watching Macho Man, the Ultimate Collection. Randy Macho Man Savage, one of the best of all time. Great promos. Has a lot of his matches. My problem with this is, first off, it sucks that I know Ultimate Warrior and Jake the Snake Roberts, apparently they're both going to go in the Hall of Fame this year. That's really cool. Although Ultimate Warrior, I'm incredibly surprised by. Oh yeah, by the way, on April 1st, I guess there's another Ultimate Warrior DVD collection coming out, which I look forward to that too. It's like April 1st. I'm like, wait a minute, is this an April Fool's joke? April 1st? But no, apparently because he's going to Hall of Fame, and there's even talk of him wrestling at WrestleMania. I'm like, I'd be curious about that. I ain't paying, I ain't seen WrestleMania, but I'd see that. The problem with this is there's no actual documentary, which is bullshit. I guess Macho Man had a problem with Vince McMahon, and then there's talk like, well, he can't be in the Hall of Fame because his Macho Man said that if he's gonna come in, then he wants his father and his brother with him. And I'm like, then fucking do it. Put his father and brother in it if that's what he wants. Who gives a shit? Hey, what do I know? But that's Macho Man Randy Savage. But the fact it's really like two guys, Matt Striker. I'm like, this is how long I haven't been out of touch. Who the fuck is Matt Striker? And then some girl. It's just them like talking briefly before each match. We don't even get an actual documentary. How sad is that? Macho Man Randy Savage, one of the best of all time, doesn't get an actual fucking documentary on his career. And like people, there have to be people. I know Ultimate Warrior talks great things on him because he has a channel on YouTube. He talks great things on Randy. Ric Flair talks great things on Randy. I think Roddy Piper talked great things about Randy. I know Stone Cold Steve Austin. He says he worked with him once a long time ago in WCW, a long, or maybe not. Was it WCW? I can't remember. But he can't remember because like he was always a fan of that guy. Which that was again, I heard that on his podcast. I thought that was cool. That he was a fan of that. You should talk to him. Memories that he like, just his thoughts on watching his matches. CM Punk, I know there were times he actually gave little odes to Macho Man. Like I think around when he passed away, CM Punk like wore shorts that Macho Man had and did the flying elbow drop as an ode to him. You could interview CM Punk about that. You could do a good documentary, but no. I mean, this has matches, which is cool, but and promos. But no, can't have a documentary from one of the greatest of all time. Because that'd be too stupid. This is a great one. The Rise and Fall of ECW. This is an excellent one. I did not grow up, unfortunately, with ECW, but watching this, it made me wish I would. I did. Because ECW stuff, man, was crazy. Crazy. I mean, people were like, I swear, it seemed like every match people were bleeding. People were hitting people with trash cans and baseball bats, and like there's like a image where like 50 fucking chairs are thrown into the ring. I'm like, what the fuck happened there? Stone Cold Steve Austin was there for a teeny bit to do promos. He did a takeoff on Hulk Hogan and such. I mean, just the craziest shit. Tables, flaming tables, hardcore matches, up, down, center. Man, this, and for those one, this is a two disc set, and the first one is a pretty good lengthy documentary. I can't remember how long it was though. It was like 2.5 hours. I swear, it was really good though. Really good. I really enjoy it. And then disc two has matches. Really good. Oh, by the way, if you hate John Cena like me, look up John Cena versus Rob Van Dam ECW, and you listen to the crowd. That crowd is the best crowd ever. He's like, Cena sucks. Fuck you, Cena. Fuck you, Cena. Same old shit. Same old shit. They're throwing toilet paper in the ring at John Cena. Like Rob Van Dam versus John Cena. Man, really funny stuff. Really funny stuff. Talking about, I was talking about before WrestleMania. I did get this, which I want to get the anthology set, which is like it's like 80 some bucks, so it's too much for me right now. I know it's not going to go down, but I just need to save up some money. But this is like a 90-minute, 2 hour, little brief look at from 85 to 93 of WrestleMania, which I'm like, this is cool. I like this kind of stuff. That's when you had like Shawn Michaels when he was with the Rockers. I'm like, God, I barely remember the Rockers. Jake the Snake Roberts, Undertaker, Andre the Giant, stuff like that. That's really cool. Hulk Hogan, Hulk still rules. Uh, the problem with this, the first disc is a documentary. Second disc is matches. Here's a couple problems that, like, what's sad is the matches they have. For example, they don't even have the match, for example, with him and the Ultimate Warrior in WrestleMania, and they don't like. I don't even think they have the match. They don't have the match with him and Sergeant Slaughter or Psycho Sid. I mean, WrestleMania matches they don't have on here. They definitely don't have the match with him and The Rock. And I'm like, you don't put matches on here, but you don't put stuff like that? And the documentary, this is Hulk Hogan. Again, however you feel about him nowadays, good, bad, or ugly, it's Hulk Hogan. This documentary is only an hour long. It's an hour long. It's an hour long. Hulk Hogan. This is a guy that would feuds with Roddy Piper. Him with hanging with Mr. T, Paul Orndorff, Andre the Giant. Of course, what was that guy? King Kong Bundy, WrestleMania 2. Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3. Macho Man Randy Savage. They briefly touch on Roddy Piper. They briefly touch on Macho Man Randy Savage. They briefly touch on Macho Man Randy Savage. See, I don't think they and I mean briefly. Like they briefly talked about how he began, and WrestleMania 1. He briefly touches on King Kong Bundy, Andre the Giant. I think Paul Orndorff, and like the last one he touches is Macho Man Randy Savage. And I'm like, okay, this is 2002. Because then it like jumps to him in WCW, NWO, and then jumps to him with The Rock. And I'm like, so wait a minute. You don't bypass Earthquake. I still remember that Earthquake, him versus Earthquake. I remember that too. I remember that VHS tape that had Earthquake. I remember that. So you don't bypass Earthquake. You don't bypass Ultimate Warrior. You don't bypass Sergeant Slaughter. I don't remember them talking about Sergeant Slaughter. Maybe I'm blind, but I don't remember them talking about Sergeant Slaughter. You don't bypass $1 Million Man. $1 Million Man was like one of his biggest opponents, and you pretty much bypass him. I mean, pretty much. You bypass $1 Million Man. Um, Hell, talk about Zeus. Of course, then you have to mention No Holds Barred. No, they don't talk about any of the movies he did either, like Suburban Commando or such, or Mr. Nanny when he wears a tutu. Doesn't talk about Sid Vicious. Doesn't talk about. I think he had one with Big Boss Man. He doesn't talk about anybody. Why? Why doesn't he talk about anybody? I don't understand that. All these people, and they get bypassed. You could literally make a 2.5 hour documentary on Hulk Hogan with all the feuds he had. Even WCW, they didn't even talk about Goldberg. They didn't really talk about any of that in WCW, NWO. Just a little bit on the NWO. And I'm like, and then 2002 to now, I mean, you have a lot more stuff. I mean, Triple H, little thing with Brock Lesnar, which he lost. I mean, of course, TNA. I mean, whether you love or hate the guy, an hour-long documentary and you pretty much barely even scratch the surface. This is unacceptable. And there's two other DVDs I know. There's like an anthology which just showcase more of his matches, but it's not documentaries. Like there's an anthology, then there's unreleased matches. Yeah, one day I wouldn't mind getting them for the collection, but I'd rather get the other stuff there first. But hour-long documentary, come on now, seriously. I have this, but I watch this again. Self-Destruction of Ultimate Warrior, which this DVD, they bury Ultimate Warrior. He was shitty, he was this, he was dude, he was a shitty wrestler, he held people up for money, otherwise, pay me this or I won't wrestle. This is why I'm so surprised Ultimate Warrior is going to Hall of Fame and is on speaking terms with them. They bury him in this. I'm like, because WWF, a lot of times they change shit. Like, for example, WrestleMania 3, where they say it's 93,000, it's the biggest. For what I understand, there wasn't 93,000 people in there. There was like 70 some thousand people in there. That's what I mean by them tweeting. It's like, there's DVDs that you can buy. I've heard this from folks. If that night people booed, if you watch the DVD, you don't hear the boos anymore. You hear them put in other sounds. I've even heard that in live events, when John Cena, when people say John Cena sucks, I've heard that there are speakers. They pipe in Cena rocks, Cena rocks. They pipe that in through the fucking speakers. That's why you hear it on TV, but you might not see people actually doing it. Fucking more here about John Cena. More I want to punch him in the face. But yeah, this one, I mean, I like the DVD. It's got matches on there too. But that's why I look forward to this other DVD. It's probably not going to be another documentary, but more of his matches I'm fine with. I like to get that one that's coming out. Another one I saw, this is a really great one. Born the Controversy, Roddy Piper story. Really good. Really enjoy this one. Really enjoy this one. Um, they don't really touch on the movies. Not even really. They do touch a teeny bit on They Live, but like none of his other movies or anything like that. Of course, this is about his wrestling. Um, got a bunch of his Piper's Pits segments, which was really cool. A lot of his matches. Dog collar match for the U.S. Championship. Roddy Piper versus Great Valentine. Roddy Piper versus Hulk Hogan in the war to settle the score. Steel cage match. Roddy Piper versus Rick Rude. Roddy Piper versus the Mountie. Unfortunately, this wasn't the one. I was hoping it was the one. I remember there was one where You can find like one clip on YouTube with shitty quality, but I remember there was one where you thought the Mountie fucked him up, but then underneath his shirt he had something called shock proof, and he fucked the Mountie up. But that's not it. Unfortunately, that's not this one. Intercontinental Championship match: Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart. That was a good one. Roddy Piper versus Goldust at a Hollywood Backlot Brawl. That was a fun one too. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, a lot of these are WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. I gotta get those. I keep mentioning that because I'm being an idiot. Um, Before I do that, I mean, there are movies I've seen. I've seen a film called Enemy Territory, which really enough has Ray Parker Jr., the guy who sang the Ghostbusters song, as the lead guy. Pretty terribly lame movie. Ray Parker Jr. wasn't bad. It had like a fun line or two. Tony Todd was the bad guy. I mean, it's about this guy who does insurance stuff or whatever. Supposed to get this old woman to sign in this rundown building. He gets there, gets her to sign the form, gets out. The security guard is helping him down, and then of course Tony Todd's his gang is called like the vampires, and the guard gets killed. Ray Parker Jr. helps this guy, and but there's like no action. There's no action at all. Even I mean, low budget films, you could do action in low budget films. Even 80s low budget films, you could do action. Stone Cold and fucking PM Entertainment movies, you can do action. I mean, even as a thriller, there was nothing to it. It was just them. They go from A, they wait. The the white guy kills one, and oh my god, I killed someone. Ray Parker Jr. has like a gun. He shoots like 20 bullets and hits no one. Oh well, maybe he hits one guy. I think he kills one guy. Like he has his gun with all these bullets. He only gets to kill like one guy. Jan Michael Vincent is in a wheelchair. He comes out. He's able to shoot a couple people. He gets killed for it. I'm like, wow, what a waste of film. They run out into a little fucking playground, and both of them manage to kill Tony Todd, and that's it. I just lame movie. No reason to watch it ever again. Um, Watched actually Christmas. I didn't even mention this. One present I got for Christmas was The Simpsons season 16. Um, Watch that. Mainly the commentaries. I like to listen to the commentaries on them. It's always very fun. Saw a film called Rituals with Hal Holbrook. Rituals it's a slow paced film, so be aware. I remember I saw it on YouTube in one go. To me, it's a better version of Deliverance. To me, this is it's what Deliverance should have been. Granted, the best one of that is Southern Comfort. I love Southern Comfort the most. But Rituals with Hal Holbrook, again, it's about like five doctors who go in the woods for fun, and then someone starts hunting them down one by one. But yeah, if you're going in expecting action, and if you go in expecting blood, you're gonna be disappointed. But I like the location. I enjoyed Hal Holbrook. It's not a downbeat ending. I enjoyed some little touches here and there. I'm not going to spoil too much, but it's just to me, it's what Deliverance. I like that more than Deliverance. Deliverance I never care for. Rituals. It's a film that not many people talk about, but I really like Rituals with Hal Holbrook. I really like that one. I really care for that one. I did check out these films, Grave Encounters 1 and 2, the found footage stuff. And granted, they have some interesting gimmicks in the film, like interesting setup for scares. But I don't know, found footage films, I think, is just the formula I've sort of tired on because they always end. 99% of them end the same way, so there's no suspense and surprise when they end the same way. I mean, Blair Witch Project was the first time I ever saw that, so that was maybe the genie in the bottle, the lightning in the bottle. But when that gets released, it kind of deflates when I see other films. Once in a while, I see a film I like The Tunnel, which I thought did stuff a little bit differently, which made it refreshing for me. I really like the characters in The Tunnel. But, Grave Encounters 1 and 2, it's got some decent little sequences. I gotta give it that. But overall, you know, when they all end the same, it's kind of hard to be like, yay. Star Grown Ups 2, fucking horrible film. The first fucking scene is a fucking CGI deer pissing in Adam Sandler's face. That's the first fucking scene in Grown Ups 2. The first fucking scene. Fuck that movie. And I did see Grudge Match. Fuck that movie too. I know my friend Mike, he talked about it. He reviewed it. I saw it. It was a piece of shit. Unfunny comedy. Fuck that movie. It's like Rocky Balboa all over again. Only if a drunk person made it. Fuck Grudge Match. Anyway, some other stuff that I have here. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention, but one sec. Forgot to mention this. Sorry, folks, one sec. I want to check something out real quick. Something I don't want to forget, because this is very nice bit of business. There's a nice guy on here named Dustin who, during my hiatus, he actually sent me some videotapes. And, which I'm like, oh, really? That's cool. That's very cool. It's always humbling. So, these are the VHS tapes he sent me. He sent me One Man Force with Lyle Alzado. Unfortunately, I already have this on DVD. Yes, this actually did get a DVD release. I have it, but he didn't know that because I never mentioned the movie. One of those movies. It's a typical movie of the '80s. Big guy who's a cop wants revenge. You have Ronnie Cox. You have Charles Napier. You have what's his name? Richard Lynch, Stacey Q, Sam Jones. Not Lyle Alzado, John Matuzak. I got the. For those typing, yes, I realized I fucked up. Lyle Alzado was in Destroyer. They look to me. They look kind of the same. Lyle Alzado and John Matuzak. They look kind of the same. Okay, this is John Matuzak. He was an NFL guy. Lyle Alzado. I know people. Wait a minute. Okay, yes, I caught it. But John Matuzak stars in this. It's one of those films that most people be like, oh, it's not much, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Nothing different, but it's entertaining to me. You know, it's typical '80s action movie. I'm fine with that. John Matuzak. Real enough, he actually sent me this. Best of WrestleMania 1 through 14. This is about 90 minutes long. This was, again, getting more into wrestling, wanting to collect this stuff, anthologies and stuff. This was fun to watch. Unfortunately, this was another one I had, but he didn't know. Easy Money. Have this on DVD. But this is a fun movie. Rodney Dangerfield, Joe Pesci. Definitely, it's maybe my favorite Rodney Dangerfield film. I have to think about that. To be honest, the guy's only made 3 good movies. This one, Back to School, and Caddyshack. At least to me. I didn't watch a lot of his stand-up. This one, Intruders. I was really disappointed in this. This was a made-for-TV movie. This is like 2.5 to 3 hours long. And look at all these good reviews. All these good reviews. And it stars Richard Crenna. That's right, Richard Crenna. Troutman. Colonel Troutman. The Doc from Leviathan. Richard Crenna. But this was incredibly boring, uneventful movie. It's a made-for-TV. It's a lot of talk. You see a little bit of... It's pretty much Richard Crenna is a psychiatrist talking to these people who's been abducted by UFOs. That, for some reason, that made me think of The Fourth Kind. And then once in a while, like, you see someone who saw an alien. and that, oh, well, really, they're here for good because they want to make, made me think of the X-Files. They want to make alien human hybrids for maybe help. And I'm like, whatever. Fire in the Sky did it better and shorter. It wasn't fucking 3 hours long. But I think even Communion. I haven't seen Communion in years with Christopher Walken. I think that did better than this. Intruders, really nothing to the film. Very boring. Didn't care for this film either, but it was still nice enough for me to check out. Dangerously Close by Albert Pune. Should have known. This guy I've lost more and more respect for. Dangerously Close, you have this kid who's a reporter for school. You have this group of kids led by John Stockwell, who I fucking hate. John Stockwell. Hate this guy as an actor because he can't act. They're like group of kids, students who try to steer people so that they can behave better. But then, something happens. Someone gets murdered. And the ending, I'm like, the whole time I'm like, yes, this guy is the guy who murdered the guy. But then by the end, they're trying to make us believe, no, it wasn't. It was this other guy. And then at the last shot, it's like, oh my God, surprise. It was him. He was the killer and he gets away with it. I'm like, it was not a surprise. I knew it. You can tell from this picture he's the killer. Fuck's sake. Don't think I'm a dumbass. Operation Intercept. This is one that weirdly enough, Bruce Payne, bad guy in Passenger 57. Bruce Payne, he was actually a good guy in this. And I also had Lance Henriksen, John Stockwell, Dennis Christopher, Corbin Burnson in a small role. It's one of those things. Bruce Payne, he's a pilot. Him and John Stockwell have to get this plane away from someone else. And most of the time when they do these kind of movies, I just don't care for it. Like Firefox. There was one with Michael Dudikoff. There's one with Steven Seagal, which I think they stole shit from the Michael Dudikoff one. Black Thunder was that one. And Steven Seagal was like Flight of Fury. When they do these things about a guy going somewhere to steal a plane, most of the time they're just fucking boring. And this says sci-fi. I don't know why it says sci-fi. I guess because the plane is it's got like a like a cloaking device or something. I can't fucking remember, but it wasn't much to run home about. No Dead Heroes, which this was another one I was disappointed in because I realized, oh my God, I know this guy. This guy here. If any of my friends think this guy looks familiar, it is, what's his name? Matt Thayer. He's the guy No Retreat, No Surrender 2 with Lauren Avedon. I'm like, wow, that guy's in another movie. And yet the star is the good guy. And it's very low budget. But it's one of those, it's low budget, but it's also very crappy. And even Matt Thayer himself is bad acting from everyone. Like, he actually was fine in the acting No Retreat, No Surrender. Here, I don't know if they dubbed his voice, like it's his voice, but yet he redubbed it, or they synced it up weirdly, or they just fucked this movie. This movie is just not that good at all, unfortunately. I have nothing against Dustin. Dustin Campbell is a very nice guy. Thank him for this. But this, unfortunately, they really low budget. They fucked that movie up big time. Dangerous Game. This is I had mistook this for another film. Because I know there was a film where people are trapped in like a store or a mall and there's like vicious dogs going after them. I don't know what movie that is, but this is actually a different movie. This one's actually directed by Stephen Hopkins. This is before he did Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. And Predator 2. And Judgment Night. This film is one of those, it's a time waster at most. I think it's an Australian movie. Kids are stuck in a store. You have this crazy cop. Which I thought the guy who played the crazy cop wasn't too bad. Because they do some interesting stuff where Like he's just there to scare the shit out of them. He throws a knife. He throws a knife at a target, but a kid stepped in the way, and so the kid died. And actually, the cop, actually tries to help him. Like he has a face like, oh my god, look what happened. He's scared, and he's he has regret. He's about ready to call the phone. Use the phone to call the other cops for help, and then he's like puts the phone down and is like, okay, little stuff like that, little direction, little stuff with the camera, little stuff, little motorcycle chase in the store, but the ending, it's not downbeat, but it's not satisfying either at all. And you know, they try to make this look like Die Hard. They reference Die Hard, and then they try to make the cop guy look this picture look like he's John McClane, and it's not that at all. Like if someone saw this and ranted on it, I would not blame them one bit. It's a time waster, only the fact that okay, and there's some decent shots and but it takes way too long for it to get going. Like for the plot to kick in, like half the movie's done. So yeah, if you watch this, be warned. This one I really enjoyed. I will admit, this is one I want to get on DVD, and it's Hollow Point with Thomasine Griffith, Tia Carrera, John Lithgow, Don Sutherland, directed by Sidney J. Furie. Really had fun with this. Tia Carrera, Thomasine Griffith, I thought they played off each other well. Thought, especially Don Sutherland's having fun with the role. For some reason, Sutherland kind of reminded me of the John Malkovich character in Red before that movie came out. This is a fun movie. It has some fun action. Someone actually shoots a bazooka, and Thomasine Griffith shoots the missile in the air. It's actually pretty well done. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen that before. It's not realistic, but it's fun. And Thomasine Griffith's having fun. Like, he's a shitty actor. Did he do Karate Kid Part 3? If so, he was shitty in that. He was pretty fun in this, though. This is one I really want to get on DVD. Because, VHS, I prefer DVD. But that's why I really want to get this on DVD sometime. I really do. Captain Power. I did not grow up with this show at all. At first, I'm like, what the fuck is this? A cartoon? No, it's a live action show. It was toys. This is actually Sven Thorsen. Sven Thorsen, who is the guard in Mallrats. Arnold Schwarzenegger's buddy, so he was in Conan the Barbarian. He's the guy in The Running Man. Tells Richard Dawson, I gotta go store some steroids. Sven Thorsen. Him in this group, yeah. Lord Dredd and his evil Bio-Dread Empire have taken over the planet. Captain Power is on patrol, though. Hank, Stout, Tank, and the rest of the soldiers of the future have been fighting to repel the dangers of civilization. I didn't grow up with this show, so I guess it's probably nostalgia would not work on me on this. Didn't really care for it, but it's definitely of a curiosity piece. And then Eliminators. This is another one that they do all these remakes. Remake this film. Like I like the woman who's like a scientist. That's Denise Crosby, who's in Star Trek Next Generation, Pet Sematary, Trekkies, and then this guy here, who's like their sort of the guide character. That's Andrew Prine, who he was a fun character in Grizzly. He was the guy who like flew the helicopter, was friends with the lead guy. Andrew Prine was fun in that, and I liked him in this. Denise Crosby, and then you have this guy who's not much to him as an actor. And what's funny, the Asian guy, he doesn't come in till like an hour into the movie. And what's funny, the ending. This guy in the middle, who you think is the lead, he dies at the end. And the other three go there, and they make the bad guy teleport to the land before time. And the other three laugh, ha 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 ha. Faded Black and the movie's over. I'm like, the fucking lead guy is dead. I just no one gave a shit about him like me. Denise Crosby, Andrew Pride, just he didn't give a fuck about him too much. Faded Black. Jesus Christ. But I really do think, Dustin, this was a lot of VHS tapes. And movies that I never would have known unless I saw them. Like, for example, I've seen this cover before many times. So now I got to finally see it. Granted, it wasn't that good, but I got to finally see it. I had heard, this is another film I had heard of. I got messed up with another one, but I had heard of this one too. Finally got a chance to see it at least. And this one, I didn't. I really enjoyed this one. Want to get it on DVD sometime. Had a lot of fun with it. And now, I know it's an overall. It's over an hour long, but hell, I haven't been doing anything for a month, so extra long. God, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Oh yeah. Here's other stuff. I wanted to get to that because I didn't want to forget. Because Dustin Tactical, if he's watching, definitely want to thank him for that. Very kind of him. He didn't have to. It was very kind. And thank you for that. Just like, I got sent like the Fist of Fury and Game of Death. Thank you for that. That was very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. That was very kind of you to do so. I mean, this is a guy from overseas who did that, and that was very kind of him to do so. See, I'm never sure whether to say the name or not, because it's like, well, people bud them, oh, well, you sent this douchebag, why don't you send me something? So I'm never sure if should I have I said Dustin's name? It's too late now. Should I say this? I'm never sure. You write in the comments whether you give a shit or not. Since I've been getting into more wrestling, decided to check this out again. Piece of shit movie. Saw some WCW stars. DDP, Sting, Goldberg. But yeah, this movie sucks. Lightning Jack. I like Paul Hogan. He didn't do too many movies after Crocodile Dundee films. I know he did that one when he was an angel with Elias Koteas, I believe. He did this one. The 3 Crocodile Dundee films. I don't mind it. It's a time waster. Let's see. So, a friend of mine around here, around this area, actually didn't want this anymore, so he gave it to me because he knows I like movies. Dreamscape. This is a widescreen special edition, and what's special about it is a audio commentary producer Bruce Curtis, writer David Lowery, special effects artist Craig Reardon, and a behind-the-scenes special effects makeup test reel and still gallery. So not much of a special edition, but it's something. No Joseph Rubin, no Tape Capshaw, no Dennis Quaid. The film itself, I've never been a big fan of, to be honest. I'll be honest, this is a film that could be remade. Like this is like if they said tomorrow we're remaking Dreamscape, I'm like, I don't blame them. It'd be like the crazier version of Inception, really. I'm surprised they didn't remake Dreamscape. There's certain ideas I like, but I don't know. It seemed like not much happened. Like the one with the construction, all he does is get on construction beam and almost fall. It's not much to it than that. Doesn't seem like much of an adventure. You get some decent stuff at the end, I will admit. Dennis Quaid's not bad. It's not an awful film though, at all. Dennis Quaid. God, I cannot ever remember his fucking name. The Warriors come out play. I always forget his name. It was Luther in 48 Hours. I always forget his name, but he does a good job in this. Not a bad film. Good cast: Christopher Plummer, Max von Sydow. But I thought they could have done a lot more with the film. That's all I feel. I think a lot more could have been done with it. With Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I actually saw this online. I'm like, wow, this guy is actually really impressive. And really enjoy this guy, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Really enjoy this guy. So this guy is really good in the ring. He's a good worker. He's entertaining. Maybe not on a mic, but as a wrestler, entertaining. This guy I liked. Really did. I was surprised by him. My good friend Efree, he got this for me. He didn't have to. Like, seriously, he didn't have to. But he did. And that was Rewind This. Very good documentary on the VHS format. If you don't have Rewind This, you should definitely check it out. If you're at all nostalgic for that type of stuff, the documentary is really good. Has a commentary. Has, like it says here, the original animation, special music video, over an hour bonus footage on Laserdisc, remix culture, video panic, and more. Really good documentary on, again, not just VHS collectors, which I think there's another documentary that's about VHS collectors. This is about the VHS format itself. And, at the end, why do people collect VHS? I really like the point that they have here, which is a point I keep mentioning. They even mention the point in this doc. There are films that are not on DVD that are getting lost and will be lost forever. And I love that they touch on that in this. I thought, thank you for touching on it. I mean, that cover alone is really cool. This is at the top. That's Bubba Smith, who did like aerobics. This guy here with the gun. That's God. What the fuck was that movie? It was Efree. If you're watching, it's the movie that me, you, and Mike tried to watch. And granted, it was computer problems, but it's the one we didn't finish. I cannot remember the fucking name for the life of me. I really can't. It's a guy who takes his shirt off and screams more than Red Brown. He's like, ah! I can't fucking remember. But yeah, very fun stuff. Really recommend this to anyone who is a fan of that kind of stuff. Of course, Akira, which I mentioned before, still a good movie. Like I said, this has the audio tracks. The second disc actually has more features than just trailers. It has not like a feature-length documentary or anything, but it has like little stuff in there. Interviews with the director. Little stuff about the music of the film. I mean, you have other features on there as well. I think because the first one has like 3 audio tracks and stuff. They wanted room for that, so they put features on the other one, which I'm fine with. I was fine if it was just a single disc anyway, so it didn't matter. So, let's see. And then the reason why I'm broke right now is because of the end of wrestling. I bought a lot of this stuff. So I have Austin 316 Uncensored. I believe this is the first one. Yes, this is an overseas DVD, but I have a region-free DVD player, and it's the best way to get this the cheapest. Yes, this is part of the WW Attitude Collection, but I just wanted it itself. Unfortunately, I could not get this on DVD. Where the fuck did I put it? Where did I put that? Oh. I'll just show this for continuation's sake. I've had this one for a long time. But again, the DVD is like $200. So I'll have to settle for keeping this. Austin versus McMahon. Again, which I would say this is my favorite wrestler of all time. That's the first. But yeah, this one I've had this for a long time. I didn't buy this recently, but I wanted to find the DVD, but it's like $200. So no dice. But then got Hell Yeah. This is throughout 98 to 99. Superstar interviews. Exclusive look at Rattlesnake's future. Then I got Cause Stone Cold Said So. Actually, I didn't get this recently. I've had this for a while. This is like the only, other than that VHS tapes, this is the only one I had on DVD of Stone Cold before now. This is a cheat, but there's a DVD called Austin What? Which I would like to get one day, but did one day, so it's on this, I'll admit. But it's called like Austin and then what? Because that was one of his catchphrases with a question mark. So, one day, I'd like to get that on DVD. The Stone Cold Truth, which will tell his own story in his own words and his own unique style. The DVD extras: WCW Tag Team Championship, Hollywood Blondes, which he was part of, versus Arn Anderson and Ric Flair. Steve Austin versus Mikey Whipwreck. Debut match as Ringmaster. Yeah, before Stone Cold, he was the Ringmaster working for $1 Million Man. Family interviews and stories. That's the Stone Cold Truth. The Legacy of Stone Cold Steve Austin, which is one of those that has a lot of his matches and stuff. And the best one, this is on DVD as well as Blu-ray, but I wanted the Blu-ray because I think it has an extra bit more of the Blu-ray. I could be wrong. Bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time. This is the most recent one. Was this I think this was 2011 when he pretty much left for good. Which I don't blame him because he had a neck injury in his match with Owen Hart, and that had fucked him up for the longest time. And like the documentary itself, it's like, how I said like 2.5 hours. Documentary on here for Stone Cold is about that length. That's what I mean, doing it right. And then let alone approximate running time, 10 hours. So, if you can only buy one, get this one. I know there's a DVD, but I decided to get the Blu-ray. Because believe it or not, the Blu-ray was cheaper than the DVD. I don't know why, but the Blu-ray was cheaper. Just one of those deals. And, this looks nice. Simple, but effective. So, that is all I have for today. More than enough. Thanks for watching. Take care. And as for what's coming next, I don't want to make any plans because it's more fun. So, don't ask me, review this, review that. I'll review whatever I want to, whenever I want to. That's what is going to make this more fun. Like I said, I'm slowly easing my way back into it. And, not, I don't ever want to burn myself out ever again like last time. But anyway, yes, I know it's not work. It's not a job. But it's just, life's busy. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.